Hey guys, it's Kate Mack here from Out of Office, and I just wanted to jump on today to talk to you guys about living a balanced life. Does it exist? Can we do it? And the reason that I want to talk to you about this is because I've had a crazy last couple of weeks, but with intention, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them and how my life was not balanced at all. Okay, so the past couple of weeks, for those that follow me, you'll know that I've just been traveling for the last 5 months around Southeast Asia, escaping New Zealand winter as I do each year. And so in the last couple of weeks, I traveled home from Malaysia to New Zealand, and I've had all this crazy stuff going on, which I planned in advance. So I traveled from Malaysia to New Zealand on 3 flights over 3 days. So it took me 3 days to get home to New Zealand. I had a 5-hour change in time zone. So from Malaysia to New Zealand, it changed 5 hours. So when I had to get up and start my new work contract on the first Monday I was home at 6:30 a.m., that was actually my 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so I caught up with loads of friends and family when I got home. I actually came home as a surprise to my sister and my nephew for his 4th birthday. I started a new work contract, as I mentioned, helping out some friends. And the first week really involved me to be switched on, reactive thinking. I was on site at a conference. I was on my feet for a long amount of hours. I also drove over 300 kilometers in that first week that I was home. And I hadn't driven for 5 months. So my brain, reactive brain had to be really switched on. I also traveled up to the North Island, packed up my life, 3 carloads of things to the recycle centre and the dump, and I moved some of it back to the South Island, which is where I'm relocating to. While I was in Wellington in the North Island, I attended an AGM for a charity that I've done 10 years volunteer work with, so that was really important to me. And this was all within about 10 days of returning home from Malaysia. So pretty crazy time. And expectedly, I was really exhausted. I squeezed as much as I could into those 2 weeks while I could. So it meant that other bits of my life fell aside. I didn't have the balance in my life, but that was intentional because I had planned what I needed to do and what I needed to get done within those 2 weeks. I was super focused and I was all in on the stuff that I needed to get done. But for a microsecond, my inner critic voiced itself and it said, oh, you're failing at this and you're failing at that. There's other things that need to get done and you're failing at them and everything's falling to pieces. And because I hadn't kept the balance, that's what it was telling me. And also, I believe we have a lot of social pressure to keep balance as well. But, I actually don't believe in balance. I don't believe it's possible, especially this day and age. And I don't think that we should put pressure ourselves to have balance in our life because I love to go all in on the things that I'm doing. So I'm 100% focused on what I'm doing. And when you're doing that, you're going to excel in those things that you're all in on, but other things are going to fall to the wayside. And so long as you know that, you're aware of that, and you're intentional with what you're doing and what you're letting go of, then that's fine. That is life. And if you're living your life by design, as I call it, intentionally planned out via your passions and your big rocks, then that's the right place to be. And also what it means is when you're doing that, you're going to miss other things and other things are going to fall to the side. And that's okay. There's some things you have to let go of to be able to live the best life that you can and with intention, those big rocks and those passions that I work with my clients on. So because that's what matters for your path and your future, what you're doing every single day right here, right now, leading up to, your best life. So, I just watched a video about work-life balance to see, what was out there, what other people thought about it. And I watched this really cool automated video, which I'll pop the link in below so you can watch it as well. And it explained robots. When robots are designed, they're designed for one purpose, like one function. And when they're beta testing robots, if they try and give them 2 things to do, it will usually fail. So the example that they gave was a robot who cooks pancakes. And then they're not going to make a robot who cooks pancakes try and walk up the stairs while it's cooking pancakes. It's going to fail miserably. It's probably going to be a massive fire. The house is going to burn down. So, we need that robot to be all in on the one thing that he's doing and focused on that one thing that he or she, robot, is doing. And that's, this day and age, our cognitive brains, I think, have billions of thoughts going on at any one time. And, but only a few things can be put into action. And we're under more pressure than ever, as I mentioned, especially with technology, to be multitasking and getting more than one thing done at a time and more things done in a day than ever before. But technology can actually help us with that. You know, I have done pieces in the past about working smarter, not harder, and technology definitely comes into that to help us out. So, but the old principles still apply. If you're doing one thing well, then move on to the next thing, and that's as efficient as you can be. So being all in and focused on one thing. And, you know, if you are being intentional with your life by design, then the things that fall to the wayside are making more room for the things that matter to you and filling that rock, the big rocks into your jar. So I hope that's helped you all. Work-life balance doesn't exist because when we're focusing on one thing, other things are naturally going to fall to the side, and that's okay if you've got the formula right. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. It's a long weekend here in New Zealand, which has been a fantastic opportunity for me to rest and reset and put in place that next week and month of intentional plans, knowing what's going to fall to the side and what's going to happen. So have a wonderful week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.